Man, I can't speak for everyone, but for anybody that can relate to it, sometimes, man, you hold yourself back so much. You get in your own way. You are like your biggest critic. A lot of people say that. You can be your own worst enemy. Um, you can be your biggest cheerleader too. I mean, you have to be. I mean, at the end of the day, right? When it all boils down to it. But I'm one of those people that I constantly, man, I'm always in my own way. Um, Sometimes I like to just sit, man, and I just think a lot. I think a lot. I think a lot. I think a lot about different scenarios and different outcomes, and I'm sure we all do it at times, but some people are just better at processing that, getting it through their mind, what's important, what's necessary, and they can be done with it. But I'll just sit and sit and sit in my own thoughts, man, and that can be a good thing. I'm okay with sitting with myself like that. But also, man, it's just sometimes, man, you do things or you say things and you always gotta wonder if, dang, should I have said more, or I could have said this, or dang, why didn't I say that, or I should have done this and should have done that. When in reality, man, what's done is done, and sometimes you have to live with the decisions that you make or the things that you say. But you should always understand that. And speaking for myself, I know that I I will do my best to always not put myself in a position where I'm in scenarios like that, where I'm talking about where like, oh man, I probably shouldn't have said that. Cause if it's something you shouldn't have said, then you probably like, I'm pretty conscious about when I'm having like a conversation of what I'm saying. And I'm trying to put it that way. Like I'm conscious of every word that I'm speaking. I'm not just gonna throw words out there without intent, I guess, to say. If I say something, it's because that is what I'm intentionally thinking of. I'm saying it because that's what I want to say. You don't just let, like, there are certain words we know that people that are in our vocabulary, like that just shouldn't come out of your mouth. So if it does, like, damn well, like, you shouldn't have said that. You said that with ill intent, something like that. And try not to stray too far away from where I wanted to go. Um, I get in my own way, like I said, but it's a process every day to work on it, man. Just learning how to deal with it, learning how to battle through it, because it's an everyday battle. It's gonna go on no matter what I do about it. No matter what you do about it, it's an everyday process. It's an everyday, day in, day out process, daily struggle, daily. It doesn't have to be a struggle, but it is. You fight between those forces, man, of the right thing to do, this not to do. Did I make the right decision? Did I make the right choice? You fight through these things about what to do, what not to do, when to say something, when not to say something, or all these different things. And um, I'm just learning how to focus on the things that are the most important to me, because they have to be. I'm in a process of my life now where um, I'm just trying to put my stamp on something, find my footing somewhere. And I don't mean footing as if like I'm lost. Like, it's not about being lost. It's just you want to establish, or for me, I want to establish a legacy of my own. And my legacy is being written as I take my breath every day, as I'm thankful to be granted another day, to another opportunity, obviously. I'm grateful for that always. Um, but just implementing, man, my legacy and trying to figure out who it is, the type of person who I want to be, because every day is a process. I pretty much am who I am, but you never stop growing. You don't stop growing. Tomorrow is going to be different than today is. I'm going to go through a whole new bunch of experiences. The people that I know, the people that I don't know, strangers that I meet, stuff like that, man. Every experience is going to be different. You're always learning. Every day is a new experience. So it's an everyday process of dealing with that. But just learning what's important. What are the things that I want out of just not looking too far ahead, but what are the things that I want for myself that I feel can elevate me to the next level, to another level, to another mindset, to a better mindset, to a stronger mindset, a stronger will. Um, you know, um, I've had my own trials, own tribulations as everyone else. Own wonders. Am I good enough? Have I done enough? In a sense, um, always feeling like you're behind. You compare yourself to people. I had trouble with that a lot. Um, a lot. Still do sometimes, because especially when it's your family, or at least for me, I got two brothers, I got a little sister, but I see like my older brothers, and one is married and he's got his family and he's doing well for himself. And my little brother, man, he loved to dance. He been dancing since he was little, man. My little sister, she just graduated college, man. She's doing her own thing, living life, figuring out, where she wants to put her feet at. And you see that, and I'd be so happy for him. And it's just like still like, man, what is it that you want to do? And oftentimes I'm like, is that like, get out of your head, man? Because sometimes you putting so much focus on, so much pressure on that you're not just focusing on doing what's in front of you, doing the goals that you have set in front of you, and letting the rest handle itself. Focus on the things that are the most important right now, and that's getting yourself where you need to be, focusing on staying consistent in certain things of your life that are important to you. And I'm talking to myself, I guess, but it's just fighting to understand that every single day that we run our own race. We really do. Um, I do believe that comparison is the thief of joy, because we always want to feel like, you don't want to feel left behind, but it is what it is, man. Like you got to be willing to run that race, no matter how, no matter what. You got to be willing to run that race, because nobody else can run it for you. Nobody else can handle it but you, because it's made for you. You were built for this. And I'm speaking to anybody listening, but you were built for this. Nobody else can go through your journey for you. Man, I've been through so many ups, so many downs, so many things that I can't even explain. Things that were said to me, things I said, things I've done, things people have done to me. And you hold all that internally throughout your whole life, man. You just hold it, and it's a part of you. It becomes a part of you. It lives with you. It is it's what you deal with, because there are things, man, I've been through so much, I forget more than I remember. How, like, stuff like that, you'll forget more than, there are certain things you forget more than or whatever. Like, when it comes to games, like, I've played so many freaking games in my life. I've watched so many movies. I've forgotten more movies, like, than I can remember. So it's kind of that deal, but it's just those things that weigh heavy on you. I do that. And my mom told me the other day, like, I talked to her, and she was saying that, like, because I would still bring up stuff from so long ago, like, and she's like, man, that's high school, that's middle school, like, you're not the same person since then. Like, everybody makes mistakes, everybody does things they're not proud of, everybody does these things. You can't hold on to stuff from that long ago. You aren't the same person you were, like, and it's that constant battle of that, because that stuff does matter. And to me, but I understand where she comes from, and that's the struggle that you deal with. That could just be called maybe having a heart, maybe feeling like those are just sins that you got to atone for, or things that you just carry on your heart as a reminder that you don't ever want to be that person again, or you don't ever want to do that again. You don't want to go back to that. So maybe I could, in a way, I guess that's the best way to look at it. Um, Not in a negative light, but just in a way that those things, man, they happened. And we're talking about things that you may not be happy about, things that you've done that you wish you could take back, or maybe you don't want to take them back. You have no regrets about the things you've done. You're happy with where you are in life, but those things still live with you, but they don't have to be a hindrance on you. They don't have to be, because you learn from those experiences. You should get better from them. And I guess speaking now, that's, kind of the best way to look at it. And now that I say it, that I can't think nothing better else than that, man. Instead of letting those things like hold you down and feel like, man, like, why did I ever have to do these things? Or why was it me? Why me? Why me? Why this? Understand that it shaped you into who you are, and it's for the better, because no matter how bad, man, it's for the better. I can sit here, man, and you go so deep into your life, and it's scary to be vulnerable, it really is, because there's so much that, I would love to share, that I want to share, but it's hard, man, especially, man, because life is crazy, man. But we get through it. We deal with it. You find people that you vibe with, that you resonate with, that help you get through these things. And sometimes you got to be willing to process it all yourself, And it's possible. Don't ever think that you can't deal with anything yourself. You really can. You really can, man. You are strong enough. Don't think that you're not. You are strong enough. Support is always welcome. You never get through all this. You never get through this life on your own, man, no matter what anybody says. Somebody throughout your life had an impact on you for the better. Um, Whether you learned something from them that you shouldn't do, and that made you better, or something that you learned that you still hold on with you, that you utilize today, that's made you better. Um, but yeah, man, don't ever think you can't get through anything, man. You got to be willing to believe in yourself, because your mind is always going to try to sway. That those thoughts are always going to try to creep up, try to get you, and try to, steer you in a way you aren't trying to go. But when it comes to your mind, you have total control over your thoughts. Your thoughts are going to be there regardless. But your actions matter, your mindset matters. So you can control that. Don't worry about the things you can't. You're strong enough. Your will is strong enough. And you can get through it. And that's pretty much it, man. Appreciate y'all.